Okay, just like to do a discussion on Tom Petty's Free Falling. Um, a discussion as opposed to lesson. Lesson just seems more formal. Discussion, leave it up to you how you want to, interpret what I'm saying. Um, so I guess my take, I'm trying to encourage people to play along to the recording. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. So that's how my teaching is kind of orientated. So onto the song. Um, okay, capo on the first fret, played in E. That's one way of doing it. Then capo on the third fret, playing D shapes. Right, so I'm going to start playing, run you through what I think is going on in the E shapes, and discuss some chord names, and then we'll go on to the D shapes and their movement. So, so for the verse, starts in E, then your A suspended 2, which is you play your normal A that way, and you just take that finger off, right? Right, and then we'll go back to the E to a hybrid B chord. That hybrid B is just, you slide that A suspended 2 down and add in the B note. Okay, so this is very standard to what you'll see in other lessons. So, so the verse format, to me, yep, great. That's how it's going. The point of difference that I'm hearing is when it gets to the chorus, excuse the fly, it's going from E to that A suspended, and then he's adding in the E suspended note there. So you see that note being added, the B note being added again, and passing to the E before it finishes on the B. So this is for the chorus. And yeah, have a listen to the recording. That's kind of what I'm hearing, is that E suspended being added, right? So let's go to the D shapes and see what we can make of it. So when we started on the E shapes, it went to the A suspended, right? So when you're starting on the D, you'd be expecting to go to a G shape, right? So I'll discuss the G shape in a second. Well, that G shape should be a G suspended 2, like it was for the A suspended 2 when you're playing in E, right? So, so other lessons, this chord here is it's like a D suspended, right? So you have your D major and you're just adding in that note there. And chord theory, just making this really, trying not to complicate it. If you just play the top 3 strings, that's called a triad, right? So if you take that off, that actually is a G. It's a G chord there, right? And if you're adding in that A note, that becomes the G suspended 2. So that's how he's kind of doing it. Is going, you can use this as the G2, right? But another way of doing that is to add in the bass note G while you're playing that suspended there. So that makes it quite distinct from a D suspended chord, right? Because that's how, you know, 9 times out of 10, probably even higher, you just use that as a D suspended, right? But if you're adding in the G bass, then yeah, you're kind of doubling up on that suspended 2 notes, right? Kind of. So for the verse, it'll play out to the suspended D, E, the same progression that you used on the E shapes, right? So here you can combine that triad G2 with the full G2, right? On the verse, right? So like before, and I was saying on the E shapes, the way that I'm approaching the chorus is it's actually a 4-chord chorus. So you're combining the G2s there, then adding in a full G for the chorus. Okay, right, let's go back to the E shapes. And there is one chord that people are missing, and that is this chord here. In the verse, all the vampires walking through the valley move west down. This is where it changes. So you hold that A suspended 2, and then you add in the G sharp. So not quite sure if you'll be able to see it. But okay, then it goes to the B. Right, that's only for that little line there. And when you're on the D, all the vampires walking through the valley move west down, yeah, on Ventura Boulevard. That is a D with an F sharp. Okay, Ventura Boulevard. And that's, yeah, I think that's it. That's just my take on it. Hope that helps you. Yes, please subscribe if you can. That will be most helpful. And yeah, enjoy. Cheers. Bye.